I've got another email. Would you like to hear another email?
Yeah.
Because now we have an update on the football business. The Jacksonville Jaguars. This is from Evan. And I suppose I lost where Evan's from, but I suppose he's from Jacksonville because he's a fan of the team. And he did give us an email, Evan did, here some months back, talking about how the Jacksonville Jaguars apparently, because I don't know anything about football, but apparently they're not well thought of in the industry, or at least amongst the fan population. They're not doing too good. Things are not going smoothly for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Have you heard about this?
Yes, I think everyone has heard about this.
And now apparently they're having problems with their coach, a guy named Urban Meyer. Have you ever heard of him?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Of course, Urban Meyer. Of course, I've heard of George Slapnuts. Fuck's sake, Urban Meyer. He's supposed to be a big-time name in this business, huh? All right. Anyway. Evan says, unlike our friend Travis, my Jacksonville Jaguars have gone significantly downhill. In January, Shad Khan hired a man named Urban Meyer to be our head coach after the previous one was relieved of his duties. Meyer is one of the most decorated collegiate football coaches of all time, yet critics and myself were worried about how that style of coaching would translate to the professional level. There were several more qualified candidates available, yet many people thought that Shad Khan simply wanted to make the biggest splash and get people talking rather than hire the right person for the job. Makes you think. One of Meyer's first actions as head coach was to sign his former college quarterback Tim Tebow to a contract as a tight end. Now, I've heard of this Tebow fella. But not lately. Seemed like people were talking about him years ago, right? Oh, well, here we go. He signed him to a contract as a tight end, which is a completely different position than a quarterback that requires a significantly different skill set. Tebow had not played in the NFL in almost 7 years, and yet was given a roster spot for a position that he had never played, taking a spot away from players who had worked their whole careers to receive such an opportunity with an NFL team. This move was seen as cronyism and was widely panned by the football world. Tebow was cut shortly thereafter. Where was this guy for 7 years? You know anything about football?
Tebow?
Yeah.
I know exactly where he was.
Where was he?
He got signed to a minor league contract by the New York Mets as what a lot of people saw as a publicity stunt that worked because he was...
Now, wait a minute. Are the Mets a football team?
No.
So the Mets signed a football player to play baseball for him.
Yes, a minor league contract. And I believe he was one of the biggest drawing cards in the minor leagues for a few years there. He wasn't a great player. Can't completely put him down. He worked hard and he got to be okay, although probably not at the level they promoted him to. But he was literally promoted because he was a drawing card. He was signed because he was a drawing card. The same reason the Mets signed fucking Garth Brooks 25 years ago, whatever. It was a publicity stunt.
Wait a minute. Okay, you've just blown my mind. What? I didn't know Garth Brooks played football or baseball.
He's a baseball player, and the Mets signed him, and he would report to the spring training camp for a few years there. Tebow actually played full seasons for the minor league Mets for several years.
But wait, if he was playing in the NFL, then why did he turn around and be signed to a minor league baseball contract? Do minor league baseball players make more than actual NFL football players?
Oh, no, they don't make very much at all, minor league baseball players, unless they're a high draft pick or someone who got a big bonus to sign. But typically they make nothing. I mean, they make worse than wrestlers signed to some of these small promotions we know about.
Then why did he leave the NFL if he was in the NFL to begin with?
He left the NFL because no one would sign him to a job in the NFL.
Oh.
And there are other people who have done two-sport, Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson. I mean, there's been a lot of guys, very talented, excel in two sports. Or at times, Deion was okay in baseball at times. I don't know anything about Tebow's baseball background, but when football was over, he went into baseball. It was a publicity stunt for the Mets. By all accounts, he was a nice guy. The publicity stunt ended this year, and then all of a sudden he was signed to the Jacksonville Jaguars, which, it ended up being exactly what it was when the Mets signed him. I hate to say it.
So he played in the NFL, but then nobody would give him a job in the NFL, so he took a job as a minor league baseball player, and then after 7 years out of football, the new head coach of this team hired him to play a position he had never played and be the most important player on the team, the quarterback.
No, I don't believe he was hired to come back and be the quarterback. I believe he was going to be a running back.
Oh, no, he was a quarterback, but now he's a tight end.
Tight end, that's right. That's right.
But it's a completely different position.
Tight end, yes.
Point is, this sounds like a monkey fucking a football to me. What the hell? So anyway, Meyer stated publicly that he disagreed with the team's draft selection of a certain player, which is, of course, a major no-no, and immediately shattered said player's confidence. After a Week 4 loss to Cincinnati, Meyer stayed behind and didn't fly back with the team, which is extremely unusual. Pictures and videos later emerged of Meyer, a married father of 3, grinding on and dancing with a woman at a bar. This prompted Shad Khan to release a statement that Meyer must regain our trust and respect. So basically, sums up, the Jaguars finished the worst record in the league last year. They got the number 1 draft pick in the NFL draft, which they used on quarterback Trevor Lawrence from Clemson. Coming out of college, Lawrence was regarded as the best quarterback prospect of all time, a superstar capable of single-handedly taking a team to the Super Bowl. Since joining the Jaguars, he looks like one of the worst quarterbacks in the league and has received no help from his coaches, nor the players that the coaches have assembled. This kid needs a life preserver. And the people who are paid to bring out the best in him keep throwing him an anchor. So now they're 4 weeks into the football season, and the Jaguars are the worst team in the league with a record of 0-4. Non-competitive in every game, undisciplined, poorly coached, and now there are rumors that Meyer will be removed as head coach after only 4 weeks. Several players have also said that Meyer has completely lost the locker room and commands zero respect from his players. Well, fuck this guy then, huh?
I believe he's religious, too.
Well, yeah, but see? Wait a minute, I thought he was grinding on some hoochie mama in a cheap alcohol establishment.
Right. You could do that if you're religious. You got to ask for forgiveness afterwards.
Well, heck, you can always just ask for forgiveness anyway without having to go through the religion part. Wouldn't that be quicker, easier, better tasting?
I guess better tasting, potentially, yeah.
Well, do you think that old Urban Meyer, the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, do you think that he wants to keep his job, Brian, that he wants to keep a hold of what he's got?
Actually, I kind of wonder if he wants to keep his job or not, to be quite honest with you. But I'm sure, more than likely, he wants to keep that con money, because if he didn't have that con money, his hair might fall out.
Well, besides that, he wants to keep his hair, and whether it's the hair on top of his head or the hair on the hoochie mama sitting on his lap, folks, did you know that 2 out of 3 men will experience some form of hair loss by the time they're 35, that more than 50 million men in the United States suffer from male pattern baldness, and there are only 2 FDA-approved medications that can prevent hair loss, and our friends at Keeps offer generic versions of both of them. Yes, folks, it's a low-cost treatment starting at just $10 a month, because the generic versions of these finest hair loss medications are available through our friends at Keeps.com. They offer a simple and stress-free way to keep your hair. The quicker you start, the quicker you're going to see results. Treatments can take 4 to 6 months. To see the results, so you got to act fast, but you can keep what you got on top of your head. The discreet packaging delivered straight to your door, convenient virtual doctor consultations. You don't even have to leave the house. You don't have to tell anybody about it. And obviously it won't work on facial hair, but it will work on the hair on top of your head. And right now, as a matter of fact, our good friend Hotchkiss Featherbottom is currently participating. He's one of the trial members in a test group. They're testing Keeps' effectiveness on pubic hair. Now, we don't know anything yet, folks. Well, Hotchkiss had a problem. He is one of the many men that's been stricken with early onset male pubic baldness. And so he's in clinical trials right now. We may have some news in the future, folks. Right now, if you get the keeps, keep it to the top of your head. Don't rub it on your crotch. Let Hotchkiss be the canary in the coal mine on that one, folks. But if you're ready to take action,
It's only for your head.
that's what I just said. If you're ready to take action. No, I said that right now, there's a lot more testing to be done. And have you seen Hotchkiss's crotch lately? Good God, the swelling alone. But anyway, if you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, did that one not make it? Go to keeps.com, KEEPS.com/JCE to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/JCE. Get your first month's treatment for free. Prevention is the key, folks. Keeps the hair on your head. We'll give you updates on the hair and Hotchkiss's crotch. Don't do anything till you hear more from us on that. And go to keeps.com/JCE.
A reminder, Keeps is for your head, not your crotch. Please use it only on your head.
On your head. And actually, we should mention, if you want to be more specific, the head on your shoulders.
If you wanted to be more specific, yes, you would certainly specify that.
Because, and actually, if you used it on the other head, well, the hair don't need to grow that far up the shaft. Oh, shit. I guess you could probably make some money if you had hair on that part of your...
How would you make money with that?
Well, fuck the county fairs and the carnivals.
I don't know. Maybe in Romania. I don't know about here. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, Keeps, a wonderful service. Go to their website right now, keeps.com/JCE.